Hi everybody, 26th of March, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm now coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Well, I've had a good day again today. Even though my sleep was disrupted with a 4:10, I think it was, a wake up nudge. But again, it was a bit hit and miss, but I felt good all day. I was at the gym for 9:15 and did my usual. I had the changing room to myself as well when I come out, so there were no the three useless men gang wasn't around, and I'm going to weigh myself in the morning and all because I've been strict. I better have lost a few pounds. So I've been strict with myself all week. I better have. If I haven't, I'm just going to give it all up. I'm just going to become a couch potato and eat crisp and drink dirty beer all day. Yeah. Anyway, so I went out and I saw Carol in the Juice Wave cafe, the owner. She was sorting loads of stuff out with her daughters, and luckily they're solicitors, so they know how all this legal stuff works for her. But I said, how did it go on Monday? Because she was going seeing her hubby on Monday for the first time. And she said, yeah, he looked really well. She said, I'm glad I went seeing him. He looked really well and at peace. And I thought, well, that's usually the case, isn't it? Because Marilyn said the same about Ches when I took her seeing Ches on Monday, was it? And I said the same about Angie. Because I went a few times seeing Angie, and it's as though all the stress of being ill just disappears off the face. So I'm glad for her anyway. She said it's his funeral next Thursday. Anyway, so I watched a video on all of a lady who's on TikTok. I do follow her and she follows me, same sort of position as me. She's lost her hubby, but she's moving house, and with all the stress of that, as well as losing him, she's doubting if she can cope. Now, I really sympathise with her, and I told her that, like in my experience, it was the best thing I did. Sad while it was all going on, as you can imagine, but now the dust has settled, I'm so glad I made the move. It really was the best thing for me anyway. Angie's moved with me and is here, on a daily basis. I mean, I still chat to her and that, so, you don't leave them behind, I said Angie's moved, like I said, she has moved with me, and she's even influencing my decisions around the place, so it's a bloody good job, isn't it, with them bloody curtains and stuff. Because I'm just a useless man. If it doesn't involve a drill and an hammer, but look at me now. I'm even giving it some thought as to what colour blinds I'm going to need here in this conservatory. Not just whether I need blinds, whether what bloody colour I'm needing. The washing, cooking, ironing. Well, I was just going to say hoovering then, but I'll give that one a miss. I need to know where the on-off switch for the hoover is, don't I? But I'll be out buying too many bloody shoes next. So anyway, while I was out in Cleveland, I went for a walk. It went cold. Still got my shorts on though. It went a bit cold and windy. But I saw the owner of the bar that Ches, Marilyn's fella, worked at in Cleveland this afternoon. In fact, it was the first job he ever got once they moved this way. And one that he still worked at, especially during the summer, regular every weekend. And he loved working there. It was a nice atmosphere, as well as the other places he worked at. But he always made made time that, you know, he'd cancel. Somebody, no, I can't, I've got to work at Decades. That's the cafe bar, that's what it was called. It's called Decades. So I've told him I'm going to arrange a get together for all that knew Ches at the cafe bar, you know, on the day that he's leaving this earth, because he's having a pure cremation. You know, one that doesn't involve a service, etc. Marilyn will just get a time and a date of his cremation and then be handing his ashes at a later date afterwards. So I thought it'd be a good idea to hold like a celebration of Ches's life at Decades Cafe Bar in Cleveland, so we can just like raise a glass to him. So I told him that, and he was well pleased, because he said I really missed it. It was a shock, you know, when he got to know, because he got on well with Ches, and, you know, not just somebody he paid money to sing like a lot of the places. He really got on well. Him and his wife got on well with Ches and Marilyn. You know, me and Angie used to go quite regular and sit in and watch him and listen to him. Anyway, so anybody local that knew Ches, or, you know, if you'd go watching and you knew him around Cleveland and the Blackpool area, you know, you're welcome to come. I'll let you know the date once we know it. Yeah, so anyway, this walk I'm after doing later this year. I mentioned what, you know, one of the options would be to do my own, and I said maybe like along the promenade seafront from like Cleveland to St Anne's. Someone's kindly looked it up from me, and he said from Cleveland to Lytham is approximately 10.5 miles according to Google, so that's a good option. It's a good option, so thanks Foxy, much appreciated. I'm going to plug my t-shirt again, but again I've not brought the bloody thing in with me, so again there's a link on my profile page. You just click it and it'll take you straight to the eBay site where you can buy them on eBay. Remember, all the sizes, all the colours, ladies and men's now, you know, the ladies style as well, you know, from black to pink and everything in between. I counted up today and all, we've raised 196 quid at the moment, you know, with the sale of the shirts and a few just personal donations. So thank you. And I said I'd wait till the end of the month and then, you know, send it over. So I was hoping for 200 quid, but we're going to go well over the 200 quid. You know, so 196 quid at the moment. So not the end of the month, is it? Till what, Tuesday, Wednesday, is it? Something like that. You know, so we've still got another weekend. So thank you very much. So I'm going to knock this one on the head now. Again, thanks for your comments. Oh, I have booked my hotel for the weekend. I booked it up Sunderland way. The George Washington Hotel it's called. Looks really nice. Just 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday, so I'll be going off tomorrow afternoon. Once somebody cleaner's been at 2, I'll just follow her straight out and I'm off. About 2.5 hour journey if this traffic's okay. So I'll be settled in and get some tea there and get sat in the bar. Have some tea, get sat in the bar and then just have a chill. Probably go up to my room again like I did the other week with her. And have a chat with Mr. Daniels in my room. And then Saturday, I don't know, see what happens on Saturday. Hopefully. I'll have a good day, Saturday. And then up and out Sunday morning. And I'll go and have a look at the country park that's not far from there. The Sunderland Walk is going to be held on September the 6th. So I'll go and have a look at that and have a walk around there if the weather's okay. It's supposed to be a nice area. Yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know on that one. So tomorrow night's video will be from the hotel. I'll let you know what it's like. All right, so thanks for your comments. And again, thanks for all your support. Press your like buttons, follow me, and repost these videos on. And like I said, I will do another one tomorrow from the hotel. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.